Cabin's log, Ourdate, 04, 09, 2026. What's bad is I looked at the date just before I said that and I still forgot. Been working on this sucker all day. I did get the battery in here. So who wants to hear what line of problems I've had with it just today? Anybody? Want to hear it? Here goes. Got the starter in there. Put the battery on it. Starter wouldn't work. So I went through everything, and I had the trigger wire on the wrong post. Got that fixed. Tap, tap, tap. All it does is click. You can hear it click, and you can hear it. The Bendix work, but it wouldn't spin. Like, oh great, I got a bad starter. I pulled the starter out. Or no, initially what I thought was I let it sit too long, it locked up. So I took the starter back off, took the pry bar, spun it over just fine. It's not a problem there. Put it back on. Click, click, click. Bang, bang, bang. Nothing. Well, you know, it wasn't the something I was waiting for. So, yeah, and actually, to get the starter on there, I had to get some bolts, and Dawn got them for me this morning, so that went fine. And then I should have had her get the bolts half-inch longer, just a half-inch longer, and I think I would have been fine. But I made it work. It's in there. Took it off. Put the battery on the charger just in case. Took the starter in. Pulled the Bendix apart. Everything seemed to be working just fine. Everything was smooth. Nothing seized up. Everything seemed okay. Brought it back out. Put it back on here. And it went click, click, click. And it just went, it started to spin. And then smoke. And I'm like, no. So basically the thing that was smoking was the wire going to the starter because the Bendix stuck on and was just, you know, amperage. So finally got it off of there. Burnt the shit out of my hand. Just minor. Nothing big deal. No big deal. Didn't scald me or anything. It's just very hot. So pulled it back off again. Spun it over some more just to make sure that this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. Then I got the jump box. I put the starter on it. Made sure everything was nice and snug and tight. Put the battery back in here. Put the charger on here. Put it on jump. And hit it. And it spun. It does a weird jumping thing though. The whole tractor just kind of jumps. I don't know what that is about. So I did finally find the inspection hole so that I can find the timing mark and get this thing top dead center and do all that happy stuff and get the, I don't know that I really need to, you know, if I got a straw on top of the piston, I can figure out where top dead center is. But just to go by the book, then I can adjust the valves. Finally getting down to that point. And I'm sitting here trying to, this pump, I'm not sure if this is the PTO for everything or if this is just the PTO for the power steering, or I don't know what it's for. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But trying to tighten it down, and for some reason it won't sit flush in there. It'll go in there so far, goes in there. I'm not showing you what this is at all, am I? So it'll go down in there. I got the top is flush. The bottom is not tight down on there. So, but I had to take some other stuff off of here and seal it up because nothing was lining up. Oh, that's another thing. When I was putting that starter on it, the holes didn't line up. They didn't line up. The bottom hole was just far enough out that it just absolutely nothing I did would get it in there. I actually had to remount the hole a little bit to make it fit. I mean, the thing's still sitting exactly where it's supposed to because it's the way it sits in there. It has no option. But anyway, so this kind of got the same problem, I think. So now I cannot get to that. I just don't fit in there. No matter what I do, it's being a pain in my ass and it won't cooperate at all. Just one more of those things. So I think if I loosen these 3 hoses, this on each side, pull that pin, pull these pins, I can just lift this whole front end loader forward and let it sit. Then I can actually get to some stuff and, you know, work on it because it obviously isn't going back together the way. It's old, so, you know, who knows how much abuse it's taken and nothing's quite lining up. So I'm going to have to pull this entire front piece off. So I can get that pump off and figure out what's going on with that. And the mount and everything, I think I can pull that loose fairly easily. But I'm still stuck on how in the hell I'm going to get the belt on there without, I don't know. I don't, that's what's got me more than anything else, is how they would design it to where that belt is, the amount of work you got to go to replace that belt is just absolutely, there's got to be a way. There's no way somebody would design something like this without a regular maintenance item being able to be gotten to fairly easily. It makes no sense to me. Because before going through all this again, I'd get rid of the damn tractor if I broke a belt. I'd just say to hell with it, sell the tractor. Runs good. Everything works. Needs a belt. Good luck. So I made it another step. One more step. Starter's working. Motor's turning over. Engine. Whatever. So valves. Again. Valves. Ignition. I'm going to jump start it. I'm just going to hot wire it. Make it work. If it pops off, we'll go from there. I can't let it run for any length of time. I can't put fluid in it, and I can't, you know, the water pump's not going to work. So maybe I'll just buy an electric motor. Maybe that's what I'll do. Just put a 12-volt motor mounted off to the side and run the power steering. That's the only thing that runs off that belt is the power steering. The water pump. Maybe I'll do that. It'd be a bitch making brackets, but no. Oh yes, I do. I still need to hook up the alternator. Nope, that ain't gonna work. That's it. I'm going to stop bending your ears. Bumbling Fool signing off.